later on catch up. Okay, recording started. Fabulous. We're all good on Zoom. And then, yeah, I think we're okay. Yeah, okay, let me take my slippers off. Not that I want to. I'll keep my feet warm. Okay. And then I'm going to sit down. In fact, because we're coming up to standing, I better just amend my camera a bit so you'll be able to see my head. There we go. That's better. But we are starting on the floor. Okay. Welcome to our Yoga Spring Awakening class. All right, so the theme for today is going to be the start of spring, new goals, fresh beginnings. Okay, so start with you just sat down nicely with maybe your legs crossed, or if you prefer, you can have them out if that's better for your legs and hips. And just lengthen up through the spine. As you breathe in, lift the shoulders up. As you breathe out, let the shoulder blades slide down the back. Let's just keep working with that at the rhythm of your breath now. If you want to close your eyes, you can. Inhale as the shoulders rise. Exhale as they lower, really far away from the ears. Your own rhythm, keep breathing. Gorgeous, let's take 2 more. Try and keep those shoulders nice and low like they are on your last exhale. Keep breathing. And then we're going to take a little twist. Take the gaze over to the right. And then gaze over to your left. Maybe don't go too far to begin with. Maybe just looking towards the side of your room. When we move our joints, we start to produce synovial fluid, which just acts like a lubricant. And then the joints get warm and we can perhaps use them move them a bit more because we've got that lubrication to do so. So maybe just looking a little bit further over your shoulder. That's it, once more each way. Alright, and then we take it laterally over to the side. Let the ear drop towards the shoulder. Keep the shoulder nice and low. Beautiful, gently flow. Take your other ear down to the shoulder. Nice. Each time we move side to side, just let that head be a little bit heavier perhaps. Just moving when it feels right to do so. Finishing up on the opposite side to the one you started, most likely over to your left. And then bring your gaze back to neutral. Lovely, okay. So from here we are going to take the ear down towards the shoulder. And then we're going to place the fingertips on the temples to get a little bit of extra stretch. Lovely. Maybe you stay here, or maybe your fingertips come down to the earth. You're going to really feel that now, a bit of a pull through the neck to the shoulder. And then flow that top arm down, take the neck back, lovely. Let's go the other way. Little tilt, drop the shoulder low if it lifts. You might be cheeky and want to lift, try not to let it. Fingertips to temples. And then take this free hand, fingertips to the earth. Try not to pull with this top hand, yeah, it's just gravity is enough to do a bit of a pull without any extra force. Beautiful. And then free up your arms, beautiful. Okay, we've been sat like this a little while. If you've had your legs crossed, uncross them and cross them the other way. We get too used to it, don't we, in our minds and our bodies. Might feel a bit weird, that's okay. We're going to start to circle around with the body. That's it. And this is one where I don't want you to worry about the technique, I just want you to move your spine really, however it feels right to do so. If you want to let the head go a little bit, you can do, just be careful, just be mindful not to throw it. Work in a nice circle through the body, through the spine. And then reverse. Beautiful. Okay, bring yourself back up nice and tall. Fantastic. We're going to bring the legs out in front now. Just lengthen through the backs of the legs. Bring the toes to the sky into staff pose, okay? Maybe you might rest the hands on the quads, or maybe you might rest them down onto the earth. Press into the arms and draw your shoulder blades back and down. Brilliant. Push away with those heels. They might even lift a tiny fraction off the floor as we stretch the backs of the legs and we strengthen the front quads. Take a little breather. Woo! It feels quite intense on the legs, that, doesn't it? Even though it doesn't look like a lot. It just looks like we're sat down. Let's try again. Press the hands into the earth. Push the heels away, toes to the sky. Feel the quads fire up. And the shoulders pull back. Nice. Okay, release, relax. You're going to take the hands, fingertips can face away from you behind your body now. I'm just going to come forward a little bit. We're going to bend the knees, bring the feet flat to the floor. That's it. And then we're just going to start to open up the legs in the hip socket. Just gently letting gravity take the leg out to the side and back. It's not a massive movement. Just peeling the sole of the foot off the floor and coming onto the edge of the foot. Nice. Lift up out the shoulders as the heart rises to the sky. Nice. Okay, last time. And then we're going to draw the soles of the feet together and sit in our butterfly or bound angle. Open out the hips. And we're just holding the ankles or the shins, wherever feels okay for your hands to land. And breathe, lovely. Okay, so from here, maybe bring the hands to your knees. I'm going to have a little go at that circular action from before. Imagine your rib cage is leading the way, so you're not going to get a massive movement, but we're just moving the rib cage round, or the heart space, as we call it more in yoga. And you're going to start to feel different areas of the inner thighs and the hips stretching, moving. Yeah? Notice where you're feeling it. and then reverse. One way, then the other. Gorgeous. Last time. Back up tall. Okay. So if you want to hinge forward a little bit further now, you might find it's a little bit easier because we just warmed the juices up a bit more. Let the elbows relax and bend into the inner thighs. And maybe hinge forward a bit more if you want to. But just try to avoid any sort of hunchback type position. Nice. Alright, bring yourself back. We're going to swing into box position. And then I always say this, so I'll best not say it. Knees are under hips, wrists are under shoulders. Make sure you've got a gap between your knees. And then we're going to go cat-cow, so the belly drops, the pelvis tilts forwards, and we look up as we inhale. We exhale as we round through the back, press into the hands, drop the gaze through to the back edge of the mat. And then just keep working with that with your own kind of movement in the spine that you've got. Beautiful. Cat-cow. As you bring that spine back to neutral, I want you to imagine that your coccyx is literally a tail. And it's like you're wagging your tail side to side. So you're going to get your hips moving. And it's a little bit like your pelvis is drawing a smiley face. From left to right. Wagging that tail. Really beautiful for getting some movement around the sacroiliac joints, around the sacrum. And the lumbar spine, all the muscles around there. We don't get a lot of movement in our daily sort of lives, generally speaking. So it's always nice to think about doing this in our yoga practice. Okay. Beautiful. All right, we're going to lift up one leg. We're going to just make a bit of a circle as we round that leg in the hip socket. 3, 2, 1, and then change legs. You're doing about 8 circles. And then we switch legs, change the direction of the circle this time. Lifting up, back of the neck holds the weight of the head. Then we switch up, left leg inwards. Nice. 2 and 1. Knee comes down, beautiful. Let's go up into downward facing dog. Or alternatively, you might want puppy pose, keeping the knees on the floor, the forehead grounds. Otherwise, we're kind of lift the knees up, extend through the back. Gently bend the legs a little bit. It's much more important to have a straight back than it is to have straight legs. Option to pedal here. And just remembering, anytime you might want to go into child pose, you can always do that if you need it. Gorgeous. Let's all go down into any version of child pose you like now. I just have my knees wide now because baby bump's getting in the way. You might want a cushion for your forehead perhaps. Just taking a couple more breaths here. In and out. Okay, bob your cushion to one side. Let's go back into down dog. And you can just choose to stay in down dog and pedal, or puppy pose, remember. Or if you want to spice it up a little bit, we're going to have a little go at three-legged dog. Okay, so we're going to curl the toes under. We're going to lift the hips to the sky. Press the weight into one foot as you lift the other one up to the sky. Try and keep hips square. So the pelvis is still facing straight ahead. Woo! As that leg comes down, transition the weight. Extend the other leg up to the sky. Three-legged dog. Well done. Slowly draw that foot back down. Okay, so from here you might put your knees down and stand up, or you might walk, step, jump the feet forwards towards the hands. Lengthen the spine as the knees bend generously. And then bring yourself back up to to standing for the first time in this practice. Beautiful. All right, we're going to take our legs a little bit wide. Not super wide, but wide enough. Lovely. Let's turn out your left foot now. And your right heel might just turn in a little bit. Lovely. Legs are nice and straight. Bring the palms out. Amazing. We're going to do triangle pose. So triangle pose, we have straight legs rather than like in Warrior 2 where we have a bent leg. Okay, nice straight legs. We're going to tilt sideways bend. Just let the back of the hand rest on the thigh. And one arm is up to the sky. If that's too much for your shoulder, you can always bring the hand behind the back and look up and draw your shoulder back. Nice. If your neck doesn't like looking up, just look straight ahead or down to the foot. There's different ways we can play with the modifications. All right, we're going to flow. Take the arms up and over and then flow the other way. So it's like a continual movement. Side bend through the body. Legs stay straight. Nice. Beautiful, lovely flow. Moving the spine, awakening our bodies, awakening our minds. All right, bring those arms back nice and straight, palms to the floor. This time we are going to bend into that left knee. Make sure the knee tracks in the same direction as your middle toe. And then we look straight ahead, down through the middle finger. Awesome. If you want to, you can take your back leg further back for more of a stretch and opening in the hips. And just creep that back foot further if you want to. Warrior 2. Nice and strong. Brilliant. All right, bring your gaze back to me. Straighten that front leg and let your arms drop. Bring the toes to 12 o'clock and the heels to 6 o'clock. Lovely. If you want your legs wider, you can do. See how you feel. If you want a block or a brick, you can grab something. Actually, I'm going to grab something today because I'm not going to go as low as I normally do. So, we're going to do wide leg forward fold. Now we're going to bring our hands to our hips. And we're just going to bring yourself to a flat back first of all. Okay, so as you hinge forwards, we're keeping that back nice and long. Yeah, beautiful. Starting to feel that down the backs of the hamstrings. All right, press through the feet as you draw yourself back up to standing. Amazing. So you've had a little go. Maybe we might go a bit further next time. If you want your legs wider, go for it. Okay, we're going to hinge forwards. Keep that back straight for now. Feel it down the hamstrings. If you want now, you can bring your hands down to your bricks or down to the floor. And you can round the spine if you want to, and bring the crown of the head down in the direction of the floor. So I'm doing a more modified version today, but I'm still getting that stretch down the legs, so you could do the same if you wanted. It's a little bit kinder on the back. That's it, beautiful. How are we doing? If you're super flexible and you can reach your hands through the legs, take the back of the hands to the floor behind your heels. Go for it. Alright, slowly bring the hands to the hips, press through the feet, and bring yourself up carefully. Amazing. Okay, we're going to do the same flow, but the other way. Okay, so turning out your right foot this time. Maybe you don't need your legs quite as wide for triangle. Maybe bring them in a little bit close if you want. As you bring the arms out. Amazing. Okay, tilt over towards the front foot, and the back of the hand just rests on the thigh. Maybe we look up. Or maybe we sweep the arm behind the body and pull the shoulder back. Actually, I think doing that makes you open out your chest more. Let's see how you feel. Beautiful. Bring the arms out wide. I'm going to take that flow again as we do a bit of reverse and a bit of triangle. Amazing. Just getting that upper body moving with a little flow. Amazing. All right, let's bring those arms back out with the palms facing the floor. Okay, brilliant. We're going to bend into that front leg, knee tracks in the direction of the middle toe. Warrior two. Maybe you might want to take that back leg a bit further if you want more of an opening out. Warrior two. Keep breathing. Beautiful. Okay, gaze back to me. Straighten the leg and drop the arms. Fantastic. Toes to 12 o'clock, heels to 6 o'clock. Hopefully we're a little bit warmer now to go down into a wide leg forward fold. So if you want to sink deeper, go for it. Okay, I need to leave space here. But if you want to bring your forehead down to the floor, go for it. Okay, let's hinge forward from our hips. And then maybe let the hands drop down to the floor or to your block. But you don't need 2 blocks. You could just have 1 block maybe. Up vertically or down horizontally. Just want a nice stretch down the hamstrings is the main aim, and opening out the hips. You might like to bend the knees and then straighten the legs. Bend and stretch. You don't have to, but it's an option. How are we doing? Beautiful. Really nice. Okay, just hold it in your wide leg forward fold now. Make sure the weight is evenly placed through the feet. Alright, and then draw yourself slowly back up as the hands come to the hips. Press through the feet. Walk those feet back in. Beautiful. If you did use a yoga block or brick, just pop it to one side. Gorgeous. Going to take a breath in. And exhale out. Bend the knees nice and generously. We're just going to come down into a box, nothing fancy. And then we're going to sink back into any version of child pose you like. You might want to bring your block or brick back actually, or a cushion. And then just bring yourself down. And take a little breather. And just take a moment to drink in your yoga practice, your yoga asana, and the poses that we've done today. Notice how your body is feeling, your physical body. Notice how the mind is feeling in this moment. And then when you feel ready to, just slowly draw yourself back up. Okay. So I'm going to invite you now to get into a comfortable position for your meditation relaxation. Perhaps you might like to be seated or sit on a sofa, lie on your bed, whatever you fancy. Wrap up warm as well. That's quite nice to wrap up warm after we've just done some yoga. You don't want to cool off too quickly. I'm going to turn down the music now. There we go. You can have some quiet time. So just taking a moment to get yourself comfortable. Get yourself in a position that you can remain still for the next 10 minutes or so. Allow your body to become extremely comfortable. And let the eyelids start to close down as you begin to pay attention to how your breath flows in and out of your body. Feeling calm and peaceful and relaxed. Spring is in the air. This new and fresh season is a good time to make room for new and wonderful things to happen in your life. Remember, as human beings, that we grow and we change every day. Every season brings a new you. We think about during the winter months, certain flowers disappear, but only to come back to life stronger during the springtime. Imagine yourself now being a flower, any flower, that is ready to sprout from the bud. You've been hibernating all winter in the cozy shelter, snuggled in the earth. And the earth has protected you through all the frosty, wintry months. Now, as spring approaches, the rains fall from the heavens and you soak up the water completely. It renews you and gently wakes you up. And you notice how you look forward to feeling the beautiful warmth of the sun once again. Now you break through the bulb and start to grow into the beautiful, bright, colourful and proud flower that you are becoming. This is much like life. We choose new goals or things to strive for and work towards those which make us feel amazing and good each and every day. We strive to show the best in ourselves and be the best we can possibly be. I'd like to invite you now to think about something new that you'd like to do or achieve, or something that you'd like to improve upon in your life right now. What is it that you'd like to be able to do better? And focus for that on a moment now, and imagine yourself growing and learning and becoming better at that exact thing. Seeing yourself doing whatever it is you wish to do. See it in your mind as already being real and true. Imagine yourself surrounded by loved ones who are cheering you on. You are so proud of yourself, and everybody else is proud of all that you have accomplished. Feel your heart welling up because of your achievements. This is what you set your mind to and what you focused on. because of your focus and your effort to improve yourself each and every day, and because you believe in yourself, you have made it happen. Just as a flower comes back stronger each and every spring, you do too. Bringing your focus back into the present moment. Notice the areas that your body connects with the surface below you. Picturing in your mind's eye, with your eyes closed, where you are in the room that you are in. And picturing all the items, objects in the room. If you would like to continue to rest here, please do feel free to do so. Or if you'd like to softly bring yourself back, begin moving the fingers and moving the toes. And the hands and the feet. Perhaps take a little wiggle in the arms and legs or stretch them. Just moving your body very gently. Awaken the physical body. Might feel nice to take a yawn and open the jaw wide. And then softly, just if you lay down, maybe bring the legs to a bent position and roll onto your side. Now, if you would like a more relaxing position, roll to your right. If you would like a bit more of an invigorating position, roll to your left. And that's just to do with the blood flow of your heart on each side. And then in your own time, or you can stay there if you'd like, but if you want to, push yourself up to a seated position and allow your eyes to start to open. Thank you so much for allowing me to lead your yoga practice today. I hope that you've enjoyed Yoga Spring Awakening. Namaste.